Well, welcome to another adventure of Studio in the Wild. Today we're going to Kodiak, Alaska. God opened the door for me to go up there. I had a great outfitter in Sam Rohrer, who was a Christian guy. And also Jason Bunch was going to be my guide for 6 days. We were going after mountain goat, and then of course on the coast we were going after brown bear. But this was a tremendous trip. It was a trip of a lifetime. And like I said, I had to train for 6 months. I had lost 35 pounds. They had told me I was going to have to be in good shape in order to climb the mountains of Kodiak, Alaska. And they required that for the trip. And so, but I injured my Achilles tendon a few days before leaving for the trip. And my doctor saw it and said I should not go. But I knew God was in this trip. And so I told him I was going to get a second opinion, and I called my orthopedic doctor, and he got me in with a specialist within an hour and a half from that phone call. And he looked at all the information, looked at my foot, and he says, I see no reason why you can't climb after goats in Kodiak, Alaska. And I shouted, I knew God was in this trip. And so anyway, we climbed. It spent 3 days up there, 2 nights, and it was very dangerous. It was very cold at times and damp and rainy. And we camped out 2 nights, as I say, and we finally got up after 9 hours of climbing to a place he called the Saddle. We were in the Three Sisters mountain range of Kodiak, Alaska. On the way up there, an incident happened that I knew it was God's protection on my life. I was climbing on the side of a very steep part of the mountain, and there was loose shale and wet grass, and my feet went out from under me. Well, by God's design, Jason came back to me. He knew that it was going to be trouble. I did not know that he had come back, and when my feet went out from under me, he reached down and grabbed the back of my pack and got me back stable. If I had kept going down that mountain, something was going to break. I knew the camera equipment probably would be first, but I was in extreme danger. But anyway, we made it to the top, made the photograph, as you can see, and when I headed back down, I was a little disappointed because I had seen a big billy up on the side of a mountain we couldn't reach, but this goat was still beautiful, but he was not a trophy animal. When I got back down, I was a little disappointed, and God spoke to my heart and said, Ray, you didn't need a trophy animal. The joy was in the journey. And I remember that statement since that time. Now let me read a verse of scripture with you. It says over in chapter 3 of Colossians, if ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. What was important was my relationship with Christ and his power in my life, and to see his watch care for me on the mountains of Kodiak, Alaska. Join me next for the brown bear adventure in Kodiak. God bless you. Have a great day.